Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We have our Catwoman. This is for The Batman, featuring Robert Pattinson. A whole host, a massive long list of villains, rogues gallery, and will be directed by Matt Reeves. This is the long in the works movie. Was originally going to be Ben Affleck, got chucked to one side, Robert Pattinson, now Matt Reeves, so on and so forth. This is supposedly modelled after The Long Halloween, but who knows. Now, the casting is Zoe Kravitz. A lot of people will probably be doing a bunch of massive videos going, "Oh, they're race bending the character, fucking bah!" Look, calm down. There's some precedent for the race change, and if you don't know any of this, then you probably can't call yourself a geek. Very specifically, because Selina Kyle has been black in the comics. Her first appearance is not as a black woman, I will give you that. But when many moons ago, again, so way outside of this current culture that we're in now, she was black, there is a precedent for it. So I don't hate on it massively. I do have an issue with other characters just being race bent for fucking whatever knows, who knows what reason. But this one is a grey area, so I'm not going to rant and rave about it. It's completely irrelevant, and I will get into the history of Catwoman in a second. But let's get into the news. This is on the Hollywood Reporter. They report that the actress tested last week opposite Robert Pattinson, along with numerous other people. Very interesting other people as well. So Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers' upcoming The Batman has found its Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz. She has nabbed the role of one of the highest profile members of the Caped Crusaders rogue gallery, according to several sources. The decision came down over the weekend after a rigorous testing process that saw Anna de Armas, who, I butchered that name, but she was in Blade Runner 2049. Great actress. Awesome. Would have liked to have seen her. Ella Balinski, Isa Gonzalez. She's a great actress as well, actually. If anyone could have been Catwoman, outside of all of this choices, I think Isa Gonzalez would have been fantastic. She kind of oozes that sexuality that Catwoman, the character, does actually need. And then Kravitz. They all read alongside Robert Pattinson, who is set to play the Dark Knight. The testing process occurred over the first week of the month, and the 4 were then narrowed to 2 late last week. Now, Reeves is directing what is described as a grounded take with a large rogues gallery as the antagonists. Jeffrey Wright is already on board as Batman ally Commissioner Jim Gordon. Now, that's the one which I do have an issue with. Again, there's precedent for Selina Kyle to be black. Okay? There's no precedent for Commissioner Gordon to be black. Outside of anyone's acting capabilities, it is irrelevant. There does need to be a certain amount of respecting of the source material. So, yeah, I mean, and Jeffrey Wright is a great actor. He is really good. Don't really want him to be Commissioner Gordon, though. And you can call me all racist for all you like. I don't give a shit. I'm not racist. I don't even need to explain it. Race-bending characters for the sake of race-bending characters is not good. It is pandering. So Catwoman is one of Batman's classic foes, who also happens to be one of his longest lasting loves. A cat burglar whose weapon of choice is a whip. Cool whip. The anti-hero is the alter ego of Selina Kyle. She was a fixture on the 1960s Batman television show, on which she was played by Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, and Eartha Kitt. Michelle Pfeiffer portrayed the character in her most popular big screen incarnation, probably the only good, big screen incarnation that was actually properly Catwoman. The 1992's Batman Returns, while Halle Berry top-lined a 2004 solo outing, which bombed at the box office. That is an awful film. Anne Hathaway looked awesome in that leather outfit. Also played the character in 2012's The Dark Knight Rises. Kravitz is already well known at Warner's, as she appeared as Leta Lestrange in the studio's Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts spin-off. Interestingly enough, she was Catwoman in 2017's Batman Lego movie, so she's She's voiced the character already. Now, let's get into the... Look, do I like this news? Do I dislike this news? I don't particularly care. My pick would have actually been Isa Gonzalez. Zoe Kravitz, I've not seen much of her stuff on screen to really know whether she's the right fit for the role. And I will say this. What's she going to do with the character? Because that's the thing, right? What's she going to do with the character? How long is the character going to be needed on screen? Is she important to the story? Because there's a lot of characters in this movie. There's about 6 villains or so. And if she's just going to be one of many, then actually it does not matter who plays her. Because it's not going to be an important centerpiece to the film. And that's something I think everyone needs to kind of realise here. Is that with 6 odd villains. And what? Probably 2 odd hours, I guess. How important is Catwoman going to be in this movie? Probably not that much. So it doesn't really matter who plays her. But my pick, personally, would have been Isa Gonzalez. Because I think she is fantastic. And I also think she needs to be in more stuff. But that's my personal pick. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts, though, before we get into Catwoman. What do you think? Zoe Kravitz, do you even know her? Do you know her? Do you have experience with her filmography? Let me know down below in the comments section. And also, let me know whether you like this pick or not. You know, is this good news? Is this bad news? Does this make you more excited for this film, or does this put you off? Because I know that this will put some people off. So it's important to get that as a cross-reference. So let's get into Catwoman. Right? So, initially, Selina Kyle was white. Okay? Initially, she was white. However, and again, this is really important. So if we're looking at the origin, okay, so the origin of Catwoman, the original and most widely known Catwoman, Selina Kyle, first appeared in Batman #1, spring 1940, in which she was known as the Cat. As an adversary of Batman, she was a whip-carrying burglar with a taste for high-stake thefts. Modern writers have attributed her activities and costumed identity as a response to a history of abuse. So since 1990s, Catwoman has been featured in numerous series. Characters have been one of the most, Batman's most enduring love interest, blah, 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 blah. Now, you can very clearly see she's white, okay? But, Batman Year 1, as we scroll down, Batman Year 1, she's black. So, there absolutely is a precedent for it. There really is. It doesn't actually say it on here, which is a bit irritating. But also, this does show that she was initially white. So they chose to change her race in the comics long before anything else. Long before this current culture that we live in now. So there is definitely a precedent for it. I don't know whether this means that people are going to be happier with it or not. But, you know, it's down to personal thought, I guess. I genuinely feel like all the race bending is just nonsense anyway. But with a character like this, with a history of apparently being 2 races, I don't feel like we can judge this too harshly right now. But I'd love to hear all of your thoughts. So please do let me know down below in the comment section. If you are new here, make sure you do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Also, guys, if you like this video, please do give it a like and a share. It helps the channel out a lot more than you know, especially those likes and also shares. Shares really, really do help. Anyway, if you want to support the channel further, please do. You can check out my Patreon page, which is linked down below in the description box, or my merch underneath every single video. Space Jeebus, which is down there now, is going to be gone on Sunday. I know a few people have said that they really, really want to get it, so get it, because it will be gone. It's very limited run. I said that from the start. It will be replaced with other designs, though, so please do check that out as of next week. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I haven't missed the age. Take care.